What is up, guys? What is up? What is up? What is up? It is TheFluffy. I just wanted to say welcome to Dark Souls Remastered. I know I'm adding in another game, and I have like 4 other games that I've been working on. I'm on a huge Dark Souls phase right now, and I just completed my first playthrough through Dark Souls. So I wanted to start this myself for my stream. So what I'm going to do is I am going to get a new game started. But I'm only doing it for the introduction because I want to explain some things if you guys have never played Dark Souls before. So, this game is beautiful in every way, shape, and form. So, give me a second. Sharing onto my admin page for Gonzo Styles Promotions Productions. Doing my admin group. One last one, which is my Twitter, and then we shall start. Because I'm really just doing it for the first boss right there, because there's something that I've already done for the new Game Plus, because how this game works is once you end the game, it instantly kicks you right on into a new Game Plus. Like, you don't even get the chance to breathe, it just throws you right on in, right back to the very beginning, so you're like, okay then. But that's why I wanted to explain some things first. And for the life of me, I cannot find Twitter on my phone. Jesus, there it is. Couldn't take me a fucking year. Alright. Okay, so starters, enter your character name. I already have the, like I said, this is just gonna be start off. So the best way to get started, regardless of what class you're going to play as, two best ways to start off is to either start off with Pyromancer. The reason why I say Pyromancer is because if you notice the stats, they're all well-rounded. Makes it kind of nice, especially since it starts you off at a level 1. For some odd reason, starting off at level 1 with a well-rounded stat range like that is great. But if you jump up here, Warrior starts off at a level 4. That would be my next best option. Because Knight, yes, you see all the nice armor that you get starting out. You're instantly over encumbered. So, starting off as a Warrior, it still is giving you a nice, well-rounded stat range. Attunement isn't as high because Knights are kind of like a start off for clerics, basically, like paladins, I guess you could say. So definitely not something that's really worth it. So I'm gonna get the Pyromancer set up. Also, fun fact, always pick the master key. Reason why? Any basic lock that, like, you need a specific key that's not really intense to use, that key will unlock doors that give you items that you wouldn't believe. So it's just, it's good to have. That smile. But what I want to do is drop the maturity down. Don't know how that changes things, but okay, that's fucked. But that's gold. Okay, we're gonna leave it at that just because it looks freaking weird. But the reason why also starting off with Pyromancy is great is because you get the Pyromancy glove, and having the Pyromancy glove at the very beginning is just gold.
Shrouded by fog, a land of grey crags, arched trees, and everlasting dragons. But then there was fire, and with fire came disparity, heat and cold, life and death, and of course, light and dark. Then from the dark they came and found the souls of lords within the flame. Nito, the first of the dead.
Hate that guy.
The Witch of Izalith and her daughters of Chaos. Gwyn, the Lord of Sunlight, and his faithful knights. And the furtive pygmy, so easily forgotten. With the strength of lords, they challenged the dragons. Gwyn's mighty bolts peeled apart their stone skins.
God, the remastered just cinematics are gorgeous.
Nito unleashed a miasma of death and disease. And Seath the Scaleless betrayed his own, and the dragons were no more.
Fun fact, that's a DLC boss.
Thus began the Age of Fire.
And he's a dick.
Soon the flames will fade.
Or no, he's not a DLC boss. I lied. Just end game, towards the end game. The DLC dragon's dragon that shoots at yellow fire.
There are only embers. And man sees not light, but only endless nights. And amongst the living are seen carriers of the accursed dark side.
Great intro. Cinematics for this game have always been gold.
Yes, indeed. The dark sign brands the undead.
Also, for those of you who are either jumping in now, I did a little snippet explaining character, class, and design. But also, I'm just doing a new game on this character for the intro of the first boss. But I will be reverting back to my New Game Plus character, which I did fight the first boss, but there's a reason why, and I'll explain once we get into all this fun stuff.
This is your fate.
Do keep in mind, because of me starting off with a character that is at a level 1, even though having pyromancy right off the bat, yeah, oh my gosh, my character with the ugly face. Gold. But anyways, thank you, my dude. I had to make his face as ugly as possible. Because, I mean, I've got an ugly face, so it works out fine, right? But, so, as you can see, pyromancy is given to you immediately. You can use the banish. Doesn't seem like I got the glove, which is okay. Just means I've got an attuned slot already, which I'm cool with. Sweet. So with this area, I mean, these guys aren't gonna hurt you. They're just gonna be sitting here and chilling, so you can literally, like, dick around with them. Hey, look, it's our first boss. Fat, ugly. What's really crazy is, like, you have to fight 2 more of those. There's one when you, come back to this place in the later part of the game. There's also another towards the very end of the game. All of their attacks are legitimately the same. The only thing that they add in is cool little effects, and then one magic attack which actually only does physical damage versus magical damage. It's kind of cool. But because of this game not having very much music, dialogue, and being difficult as all get out, perfect. It's so weird that they don't give me the glove. Anyways, so when you come through here, you're gonna encounter your first boss. Biggest thing about this first boss is that there's no way in hell you're gonna be able to fight him with a broken sword. So you're gonna want to run away. There's a little exit, and that's how the game's initially supposed to be, but if you're in New Game Plus, which is why I did it already, you get his demon hammer. So I wanted the demon hammer, and I'll show it to you guys once I load into the other game, but this is a really awful place. But there he is, that motherfucker. Goodbye. See, end. And look, another bonfire. Ow. Hand axe instead of Perfect. Also, hand axe is a very well-rounded weapon to get right off the bat. The other warrior gets a weapon that's like 82, but the movement speed is a little bit slower, so it's kind of nice. And hi person, I just now saw your message. I don't know what that is, but that's quite alright. I don't have a translation factor added in quite yet, so I don't have anyone to help me translate languages I don't know. Sadly, I wish I did, because it would make everything so much more fun. But anyways, turning off as a pyromancer, you can get this. You can build right off of this because of it being so well-rounded. You can literally do a strength build, a magic build. You can do whatever you want. But I'm gonna trigger this, and it got me. God damn it. Reason why I wanted to is because I gotta talk to Mr. Knight who helped me.
Thank goodness. I'm done for. I'll die soon. I will start. You and I will both over.
Yes, I will hear you out.
I have failed in my mission, but perhaps you can keep the torch lit.
By the way, that shield. Sorry about that. I took a hit of my vape and I about died. One of the better shields in the game. It has a very high magic defense.
I can die with hope in my heart. Oh, one more thing. Here, take this. And this.
Okay, Estus flask. Your healing juice.
And this.
And hey.
I would hate to harm you after death. And thank you.
And the reason why I killed him? Not at all. I just put him out of his misery. But there's actually a reason why, and you'll see why later. When you come back, he becomes hollow and he attacks you, so you can get more of his goodies at a later date. I believe he turns hollow with or without you killing him, but I also get an extra 100 souls immediately, and welcome back to your first bonfire. So let's rest, get fully healed. Okay, that scared the T-Taws out of me. Where the fuck is it? Where the fuck is the door? Is it this guy right here? No? Oh. Oh. Totally got myself turned around there. But we're gonna turn right back on up. Trap isn't there anymore. It's been only triggered once. Also, backstabbing does a ton of damage. Now, it's a visceral attack, basically, but I call it backstabbing. But since I'm playing online, there's a lot of messages. These are just training messages during everything. But there's my pyromancy flame. I'll use it after this, because I need... to free... and all that damage just wrecks him. Fire is the majority of everybody's weakness, so like you can go in and the only issue is now I can't defend myself, so I gotta use a lot of dodge rolls, but that's alright. So I'm gonna go back because I just wanted to show you how much damage that did. Rest at the bonfire, make sure I've got my fireballs stacked up, because this boss, he's not hard, he's just a nuisance, and having full fireballs to stay at a distance for a hot minute can be helpful, or you can just go on in and the best way to prevent yourself from dying a horrible death is to just tuck and roll into his body, and then when he does his major ground pound, his forward ground pound is to just dodge to the left or right, or get behind him. Those are usually the two best options. Oh, come on. Already having to use this. Let's die. Ugly creature. But anyways, welcome to our first boss. And there he is. Whee! Oh no! I missed it! You're supposed to do like I might die just because I screwed up, but see how much damage just that one fireball does? Getting too close. Ow! No! And he's dead. I got way too cocky towards the end and I got myself cornered, but you get the big pilgrim's key and you can continue on from here. And it will let you continue. As you can hear, there's another one of those demons, but that is the introduction boss. Now I'm gonna quit my game and go to my other character. I have a few others that are on there because I messed up on several run-throughs and I ended up putting myself in a bad situation because there's an actual warp that you can get. See how these are like just garbage. But this character that I have, which is the level 93, Dafina 3.0, I have dedicated my life to strength. Now, this is what my character's stats are right now. No magic, no nothing, just straight up strength. I'm trying to get myself to the hard cap of level 50. Once you get past that point, it's just smaller stats to get passed into. But once I do that, I'm gonna get my vitality, my endurance, my strength, my dexterity, and my resistance up to 50. Once I'm done there, I'm gonna be working on intelligence and attunement and faith, because those are the three lesser that are, you know, necessary, but having those maxed out is great. So I've already fought this guy in this one, but that's where I left off. And this is what you get if you fight him first thing. As you can see, there's a... No, I didn't want that. I wanted to discard it, but I've got to get rid of all those. These are all the shields. Where are you, my dude? Also, if anybody plays this, I'm more than welcome to give you any of my duplicates. Where are you, my dude? There it is. Demon's Great Hammer. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to use it, but that's what you get. In order to use it effectively, you would want to use two-hand. But this thing hurts. Starting off just without any additional stats, that, and then this other one here, this is a weapon you're gonna get later, but as you can see, I can't effectively use it, but same attacks, and it's a dragon's tooth, so get wrecked. But I'm gonna go back to my weapon, and that's another one. This, I won't be able to use it effectively, but it has this really cool ground pound, and it hits basically the same. It's epic, and it does so much damage. I can't wait to effectively keep that. But Gravelord Sword is a great weapon to use starting off at New Game Plus. But I have the Black Knight's sword +5. But if you look at this, so true. Oh damn it! So 397 plus 62 plus 333 is poison. Now, if we looked at this guy, pure damage, but curved sword. Has a lot cooler but alas, wait, let me double check here. So I've never bothered, so it puts me at over 500. Never mind, we're using this until I can effectively keep things going on that other one. I'm not gonna even bother. This guy has always been my go-to because strength build, normally I just run double-handed because this is a great sword. Why isn't it letting me go through now? Do I have? I probably have to go through it again. Interesting. So I'm just gonna run on through. Ignore all this junk. I may have to fight him again. I'm not sure, but we'll see. Goodbye. Regardless, yeah, I'm gonna have to fight him regardless, but it's still worth it because on the nose here, he's gonna get so wrecked. Trigger that, and this time you ain't hurting me. Hi, my dude.
You, thank goodness, I'm down with the dice. I wish you, regrettably, but that now ring it all out. Oh. Now I must protect them.
He gives you a different key, and once again, goodbye. Just quickly open this up. It's not necessary. As you can also see, I have 17 useless flasks, and mine's at a +6. So run through. Ah! But the damage input versus the one that I'm taking now is so much better. Oof. And we're just gonna come up and go, wow! Okay. So I didn't need to, but anyways. I got the Big Pilgrim's Key from him. So when you're New Game Plus, you have to make sure to go to him and talk to him before you come out here. There's really nothing here except for taking the trip with the birdie, but there is a soul item, I believe, right there. Perfect. Playing through this, I did also a guide from Fighting Cowboy. If you have ever watched any of his goodies, I definitely would say do so. Really good at describing things. I'm not gonna do. I'll explain in a second.
An undead the ancient lords.
Lordren. Okay, so it's just going to be a basic cutscene, yeah. You're going to be flying and shit, but Finding Cowboy has a Dark Souls Remastered 100% guide. So if you want that achievement for gathering every single item for your first run through, you can. It's great to have because if you're trying to platinum the game, you need it. Perfect. And okay. Dang. Yeah, once you get up to where I'm at, leveling up is so much more difficult. You have to have a lot of souls. So I only kept these 3 because I'm gonna use them to, once I can get there. Change the soul of incredible power. Don't want to use it, you actually want to keep it. But once I get a little bit further, I'll explain how to use them. But first things first, this has already been kindled to the max because you can do that. This is a fun little thing to have when necessary, but I don't need it anymore because I have a mask that does that for me. And as you can see, I'm not wearing much of the same shit either. I have Havel's pauldrons on, and then I have these stone armor, gauntlets, and armor. Strength build, you can literally beefcake through everything. It's great to have when you are trying to enjoy a little fun on the side of things. Now, I have this equipped because I hate saying this, but don't ever do this until you know it's a serious matter, like you don't have any Ring of Sacrifices, because Ring of Sacrifices keep your humanity and souls upon death, so you don't have to fight through and get them again. But if you don't have them, humanity is also another source to heal yourself by consuming it. So it heals you to full no matter what the case is, but only use in dire moments. Don't do it right off the bat. Now, if you want to get... I'm not gonna listen to this guy, he's a dick. He's just like, haha, well, you are not going to make it. I would run through the cool little itty-bitties that help you get set up, but I'm gonna tell you guys to go see Fighting Cowboy's video. He's very, very good at keeping everything to the T with things. But as you can see, coming back into a New Game Plus, I'm one-shotting everything, and it's fun. So there's a soul there, and then if you want, you can jump over here, hug the wall like you're wanting to make love to it, and get a Ring of Sacrifice. Having as many of those as you possibly can is going to be always better, but if you are running a new game, focusing on them is not a core importance because you're only going to have so many, so limited. So don't feel like you have to hold on to souls either. The moment you have enough to level up and you have the opportunity to run back after unlocking a shortcut, I would definitely say do so immediately, just because hanging around souls is very risky, and if you come to a point where you die and you can't get back there, all those souls are gone. I've had that happen to me a few times. One time I had 187,000 souls on my first playthrough with this, and I lost them all. Another one, which was back when Dark Souls 3 was new, I screwed the pooch, and I was grinding. I grinded for 6 hours to get souls in a certain spot. I ended up with 673,000 souls. Now that, with the level that I was at, I could have leveled up about 30 times. PvP invader came through and juked me into killing myself, which happens quite often. When I came to, I was like, I'll just go pick up my souls, it'll be fine. Well, my souls were floating in the air, and it didn't matter how many times I exited the game, they were still stuck in the air, and I lost them all. So, I stopped playing Dark Souls for a very long time. Well, actually, just recently. So, definitely not worth hoarding souls unless you're absolutely needing to. For grinding purposes and you're playing offline, so the only invaders that you're going to get are within certain spots, and those certain invaders only happen once, and once you're invaded you gather their goodies. So those are very rare. Because if you die then, at least, you know, you're not going to have to worry about it, but you'll see what I'm talking about here in a bit. These guys are all one-shotters, and it's so fun. And look, we're back here. So, then we're gonna go here. Skadoosh. Death. Don't believe there's really anything here. No. There's nothing here. But if you want to get up there, you have to be up high. Soul item. Yeah, you can't actually jump through here. You would have to... Well, hi dragon. Bye dragon. Never killed you yet. He's still extremely powerful when you try to fight him. Like, if you sit there and you're trying to melee him, yeah, don't even bother. So, also, I'm not gonna pick up a lot of these guys' things, because 9 times out of 10, they're not good. But, we'll go kill... I'm gonna just pick them up anyways, actually, because if they are things like short swords and things like that that I don't need, I can just drop them. But we are gonna open this bad boy. Go pick up the wooden shield, which is not necessary for me anymore, but if I can pick up any items as possible to help you guys out, I'm going to kill this bad boy. And hey, look, another bonfire. And I have just enough for another thing there. So, perfect. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to even out all of the... What's awesome too is like these enemies, the souls they're giving me in the first game, they only give you like 72. Because at that point you're starting off, you know, base cap, so you're not really needing to worry about. But when you're done with that and you go to your bonfire, if you have acquired a various amount of souls, I just like breaking things, sorry. I lose sight of how important it is. If you come down here, there's this guy.
Well now,
You seem to have your wits about you. Then you are a welcome customer. I trade for souls. Everything's for sale.
Now, first run through, definitely don't do this. Keep him alive, because he sells a variety of goodies. I'm gonna buy that. I'm gonna buy that. Buy that. Buy that. I already have one of those, I believe, but I'm not going to risk it. But he's also got a variety of arrows, weapons, things that, you know, as a beginner you definitely would like to have. He's also got the chain set, which I don't have and I don't really need. But if you're on your second playthrough, you can kill him and get a katana. You get, since I don't have my dex up, I don't think my dex is enough to use it, but it's just good for, like, if you're a collector of sorts. Speaking of, I'm going to just run off of this here, because what I'm going to do is drop all my duplicates, except for the good stuff like that. The gargoyles, the shields and things like that, I'll keep these, but I'm going to get rid of these. Don't need this, don't need this. Keep those. Having one of everything is great. To get this bad guy. Oh crap. I'm being invaded. Bitches. Shouldn't have tried to taunt me, but that was also, I don't think that was actually a legitimate invader. I think that was actually an NPC invader, I'm not sure. But that was really stupid, regardless. So if you want to, I mean, I normally, in most cases, if they're not dicks, I will give them the bow. I'll respect the duel, and then I'll go on from there. But not everybody does it, so if you want to play it safe, I would say don't do it. But if they do it first, then do it after. Just so you have that common respect. If you don't know how to do it, that's quite alright. On the PlayStation, it's clicking down on the touchpad on the left. So, but going back to what I was doing, I was clearing out my inventory. I'm gonna get rid of this guy. Oh, I'm being attacked. Why? It's that guy. Okay. Bye-bye. But as you can see, they end up looking like that on the ground. So if any of y'all are ever wanting to join on in, or me join in on you, I'm more than happy to help. So I've always been one to enjoy these, and I've got some really good shit. The Black Knight Greatsword, if you are trying to go for a Greatsword build, it's an Ultra Greatsword, so it swings really, really wide. It's not like the Black Knight Sword, which is technically a Greatsword. The reason why it is because Black Knights are massive, but like if you... I'll show you the Uji Katana real quick though first before I go any further. Because it looks so cool. There's a couple actually katanas that I want to show you. So the best one you can get is, when I get to it, so many different weapons you can collect. So these are the two, but the best one would be actually Uchi Katana. So it's this guy. And then when you hold it two-handedly, same speed, double the power. Does a really cool charge that way, and then if and a thrust. Anyways, going back to what I was doing. So I'll show you the Black Knight's Greatsword, because why not? I want to show you the pure terror of this device. So I can actually properly wield this bad boy, but wide swings, very slow, very high in damage. Same thing, but a little bit faster on the draw. And then it follows up with a wada, which is really fun. I'm just gonna show you the intensity of what happens when you use that R2 attack on an enemy, because why not? It's hilarious and everything amazing about it. So just dang it, you douche. Wow! Boot your bitch ass back, son. Wow! But I don't have that maxed out yet, so that's what I'm going to be doing this playthrough, is getting all these fun weapons leveled up to the max. Naturally you can get them to +5, and then you have to go further into by going to a different blacksmith to go forward with the rest. But chests, you're not going to see a mimic chest until a little bit later in the game, so you don't have to worry about that. It's not like Dark Souls 3 where you get mimic chest right off the bat. So still, to be on the safe side, since I didn't memorize where all of the mimics were, I'm definitely going to recommend just take a good swing at every single chest you find, just in case. Just so you're not getting half your health chomped off by a big ass scrawny dude that doesn't want to get out of his chest. Okay. Bye bye, guys. You can jump down here, which will then allow you to drop there to prevent much fall damage, but I mean, you're not really needing to go that way. So next place, if you have the master key, you can use this on there, but I bought the residence key just because I wanted to show you where you could buy it. That's another reason why. But if you have the master key, you can get that, and you can get gold pine resin, which infuses specific weapons with lightning power. My weapon is a Black Knight's weapon, so it's not capable of adding any resin. But because of me using strength build, normally on smaller weapons, your weapon's gonna bounce right back off on those shields. Not on mine, because me so powerful. But there's two ways. So this way makes you encounter your very first Black Knight. Something you can do is you can parry. I'm not good at it in the slightest, so I'm not going to recommend it on Black Knights when you're fighting your first Black Knight, because Never know how they're gonna be. But what I like to do is I like to bring him out. Because backstabbing is great. So if you can bring him out, which he doesn't seem like he's wanting to. But I want him in an open space. This is definitely not an open space. There he goes. Come on, my dude. Let's go have a good old time. Come on. I'd like to bring him back here. And you'll see why. You will kill these guys a lot later on. Dang it, I'm not getting the backstab through. I'm getting too cocky. Whatever. Anyways, he did. If I can get a good backstab, you'll see how much damage this thing can do. But you get a block, some chunks from them. You can get some other things too from them, but be wary of liar. Try jumping. Don't do it. I did it. I fell for the trick. A lot of people will put be wary of liar in front of certain things. If it's something along the lines of that, I would definitely look it up first before going any further, because some people do that because some people are gullible as shit, and I'm one of them. So, just be wary of things. Oh, and then there is a flaming barrel! Forgot about that. It's been a hot minute since I've been here. Seems like it was only 3 days ago. When you walk through Fighting Cowboys walkthrough, like to the letter, you can get through it in, I would say this game, if you play it for only a couple hours a day, probably in like 4 or 5 days. Havel, you're a dick. I hate you. That's the dragon's tooth I was telling you about? This guy's a dick. His armor set is pretty gold though, but he hits like a motherfucker. Okay. I was getting too cocky, which is totally unacceptable on my behalf. So I will have to run all the way back. But I actually always want to recommend you, if you're going through your first game playthrough, try to stash up on humanity till about halfway through. I'm keeping myself in humanity state because if there is any NPC invasions that I haven't done yet, I'll be able to experience them for the first time, like Leah. Also, any other non-NPC invasions are great for humanity and also soul building. I'm running past all these guys because fuck them all. Ow. But wait for them to come through here. Goodbye. Any more coming through? There's just the one. Goodbye. Oh, there's another. So you don't want them to try to cause any disturbance while you're fighting Havel, because you don't want to fight Havel this early on. I'm going to tell you that now. You're going to want to wait until after you've leveled up, because if no, bring somebody along, like someone like me that can be as an ally, by having them hop into your thing through co-op, because he hits so damn hard. I'm level 93, this is my first new game plus, and he's already hitting me so hard. that I almost died off of one hit. So, get backstabs on him, if you can. And don't let him fuck with you. You can do him early on if you want. But my biggest thing is you're gonna be backstabbing him a lot, and you gotta be good at the backstabs. I'm a seasoned Dark Souls player. I played 1 and 3 a lot. I haven't touched 2 before, but I'm going to here very soon, because Dark Souls 2 Remastered! Because, yeah! But we're actually gonna go up this way. So once we get up here... Where the fuck is it? There's a lizard in here somewhere. There he is, there he is, there he is. Ha! Dick. But here goes the next one. The next best thing to enjoying life is dying. This boss is a bitch. First things first. Get rid of these douchebags, because they will obstruct your fight and you will not have a good time. Because we're actually going to be coming back here and using this as a crutch for the boss. And you will see why soon. Oh, there he is. That's him. So, Taurus demons, fun fact, you have to fight tons of them later on. But once you bring him here, you can actually get him to do that. And with my weapon, that's how much damage I just got off him in a single hit. Yours won't do that much damage, but, you know. First game play through. But what you can do is you can do that, you can rinse and repeat. After doing it a couple times, you'll actually start to jump up there. So it may not become as effective. But fighting him down below isn't going to be too terribly hard either, because yes, it's close quarters, but his attacks are usually attacks that launch you up. So they're straightward verticals. So I wouldn't worry too much, because if you can time it just right, you can go right under it and just attack his legs. So it's really not too terrible. But we're gonna go talk to Sunbro. Sunbro is really cool.
You find that strange? Well, you should. No need to hide your reaction. I get that look all the time.
Sunbro. It's just very weird. He becomes your best friend. You can actually summon him at the very end game boss when you fight Gwen. Gwen is the end game boss, and he is not too terribly hard at all. But we're gonna run, because this is where that red dragon comes in play. And you'll see what I mean. Can you make it? And I'm not gonna make it! Ow! Does so much damage. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna get him to trigger, if you will. You gonna trigger? See? I wanted to show you how detrimental he is, but that actually shouldn't have happened. He should have actually hit off one of his fire attacks, like, way before then. The moment I stepped back up there, but hiding behind those two sections of the walls like I was doing, prevent him from hurting you. So as soon as you get down that area that I was hiding behind, there's that little staircase that I was ignoring, or ladder, I can't remember. Yeah, the ladder. Once you get down that ladder, it takes you back to where we were just at the bonfire, so it's a shortcut. And you can just climb up the ladder back and forth. So I'll show you here in a second, once I get up. Boss fight area. Yeah, they're still following me. But what's going to be really hard is gathering those souls back because I done fucked up. But once you come down here, he's going to be a dick. And not attack me, which is even more stranger. Because just like I said, he normally does. But I'm going to show you another cool fun fact. So, when I killed the merchant, if you go back to him, he sells a short bow. Definitely would say buy roughly about 50 arrows. And then come back to after this part. And be sure to have it. Me, I've already got one. If I remember right. Which arrows do I have on? Poison arrows and large arrows, okay. I also have a ton of different things, so poison arrows, they're gonna come into a later date, so I wouldn't say use those. Damn it. I'm gonna have to, but we don't actually need to go this way anymore. What am I thinking? Just go up here. Whee! But, fun little fact. If it works this time around. Oh, you asshole, you following me. They'll follow you up the ladders, they're dicks. But if you come up here, he should... Yep, there he goes! You can do that. And you notice how many souls I just got? In the first run through, it's 550. But you can hide behind this and he's safe. What we're gonna do now is I'm actually gonna go back under and then I'll explain to you why. So, when you have an arrow, do you see his tail? His pretty little tail? This has been a trick of the ages that helps out with new beginning players. So first of all, take that guy out and then take out spear guy here. Because fuck that guy. I don't need that, but what you're gonna do is you're gonna come over here, aim down, and you are going to hit his tail. If I can hit it, god damn it. He's gonna get pissed. Now if you can time it right, you can hit him right there, but if you're not good at timing it, just wait until he comes back and then hit him again. And this may take a little while, but at least it's gonna be there. Trying to see what time I did this. Okay. Sometimes too, if you just time it just right when he comes back here, like now, he may not do that. You may be able to hit him a secondary time, so you don't have to wait as much. But these are large arrows. They do a lot more damage than normal arrows do, so I might be able to knock his tail off beforehand. And because of my attack power being so high, that does apply to your attacks. So this might help out a little bit. If no, I've got poison arrows and I'll swap to those and do some minor damage. I may accidentally poison him. I don't know if it would work or not, but I might be able to kill him with poison arrows. Be pretty cool if so, because poison arrows are sexy. You don't get them until like a third way through the game, unless you unlock it earlier, which then becomes extremely difficult. But my tusk is in my way, and it's annoying me. It's a rare item drop, but you have more chances later on in the game to get it, but any day now would be great. And if you guys want to skip through this part, you can. You'll see why here in a second. I'd say give it another like jump up maybe a minute and a half into this video, and you'll see it. But this baby should drop any moment, hopefully. And also, you can shoot his tail off multiple times. It's a waste of effort. But the one time you get the item, the other times you don't get shit. So it just does damage to him. Great to have happen. Hopefully by the time I'm done here, so I don't have to waste my poison arrows. But if so, oh well. Should have bought more. Coulda, shoulda, woulda, but I didn't. That's why I say don't do it first game playthrough, because it's just a joke, not to keep him alive, because you can come back to him at any moment's notice and get the goods. You might want to skip to like 2.5 minutes now that I think about it. Because this does take quite a bit of time. Come on, last arrow. Before I have to... And there it is. Second. So you get the Drake sword. Oof, I almost killed myself. Don't ever press circle, whatever you do. But I already have a Drake sword. So if anybody wants the secondary one, I have another one. But you can wield this really early on in the game. So I always recommend doing that, just because if you are running off of the strength build, your strength just needs to be 16, your dex needs to be 10. It's not very high requirements, but if you look at the damage that it gives you right off the bat generally, that's Drake sword 1, so 200 right off the bat, flat out. Your critical, when you do it, it gives you an additional 100 right off the bat immediately. Also gives you an additional reduction to physical, magic, fire, lightning, and also gives you a good chunk of stability. The weight is only 6, so it's overall a really beefy weapon to have right at the beginning. But I'm already out of time, but I'm gonna keep going here a little bit further. We're gonna go through here. These guys can poison you, be careful, but they also are a great source of humanity. So if you've got a ring, if you've got this ring later down the line, I can't take this off, you'll see why later, because it does break. But this boosts out your maximum equipment load, that's how I'm able to hold off that stuff. But if you get this weapon, not a weapon, but ring, boosts your item discovery. So you get that on, you have your soft humanity, which is the number at the upper left hand side of your screen next to your health and stamina bar. If you get that over 10, it increases your item discovery as well. I think it goes in segments of 10, so if you have more than 10, like if you have like 20 or 30, it increases it even more, but 10 is pretty good as is. Once we come up here, there's going to be a Black Knight. He's probably going to dick me down hardcore, so I'm really nervous. Jesus Christ. New game plus damage. And he does not give two fucks. Tiny chunk. Once you get towards the end game, the last area, there are always going to be 5 of those guys. So, you did. That's what I was trying to do. But hey, look, there's my brother. We've got the same head, you see? Fuck that guy. Just run to the right. Bring him in here. If you feel safe to fight in tight quarters, of course. I don't think he'll come. I'm not sure. We'll see. But you can do that. Just leave the boar be. Because you want to kill the arrow bros here. Quick. Get them out of your life for good. And what you can do, because you should have already gotten these at some point if you're searching around. But I believe they're actually right here. Yeah, alluring skulls. These bad boys. Create. Oh, I'll kill this guy first. Then I'll explain. But they bring him closer in. So what you can do... Good God. When you get through this game, you get so many items. So you can go through here. If you aim down low enough... Oh, shite. The alluring skull should allow him to just like be like, what is this? So if you do fall off, it's not gonna... But putting him right there should be perfect. Ha! Goodbye, bitch. And what did he give me? Oh, so cool. So, I had to fight 5 of those before I could actually, like, there's like a total of 5. On the 5th boar, the final one you get to fight, I finally got the mask. So, that tells you how hard it is to get it. But I'm happy that I did off of the first try. So if anybody wants an extra boar helm and they're on their first run through, I can definitely beef up your inventory so you can get your stats improved. don't chase after him, because what he does is he brings you up here. There's going to be an enemy there, and then there's an enemy there, so he's trying to bring you into an ambush. So, still got hit by him, but that's okay. My health can take it. Damn it, I didn't want to. Goodbye. See, there's multiple enemies that come down. That was probably from the alluring skull, but still just a heads up. Mystery key. If you're really brave enough, directly to your left is a little ledgeway, and you can just go straight across. Grab the soul item, and then slowly walk back over, and you're back. If you drop down and you end up hitting off that ledge, you're probably going to die at low level because you don't have enough health to survive the falling damage. But if you're also wearing lightweight armor, sometimes that can still save you from falling. I don't believe it for a second, so see that? He's a liar, so what I like to do is add this bad boy. Is it not in there? So it must be... No. Where is the liar one? God, it's been so long. There you go. Write that bad boy in. So if anybody comes in here, they will now know. So now we're gonna enter the fog. And look at where we are. So we went down and under, came out onto the very top. Now, there's gonna be a couple things here. So there's gonna be a boulder knight here. These guys are total dicks, and they hurt like a motherfucker if you get hit. Oh, that's cool. I was needing that. Knight shield, nearly as good as the black knight shield. So if you look at the standard black knight shield here, it's 68, right? Well, where is the knight shield? Knight shield is also 68, but if you look at the weight ratio, it's only half a pound less, so it helps out if you're trying to keep your weight lighter. Doesn't provide as much fire resistance. That's why I have mine on, is because I like to have fire res, because a lot of enemies carry fire. And once again, liar, just to prove it. So, plop that down there. I'm just being helpful. You don't have to do that, but I like to, because then there are other people out there that are like, really, my dude? Did you just waste all that time to do that for me? So once you get down here, there's going to be another bonfire. Like I said, we missed a bonfire. That I was trying to get to when I was like, hey, we're gonna wait till he fires up and then jumps down. Well, I missed that opportunity, so we're actually gonna hit this one first. And then I will remember to do this next week when I run this stream. But we are about to meet the blacksmith. or as in Markiplier's terms, where's the blacksmith? So, yeah. Yeah, so if you go down here below, there he is. You can modify equipment, but you need embers for that. But you can also upgrade the ones you already have to a certain amount. I've been needing to do this for a hot minute, so I'm trying to get this guy up as high as I can, but I need 2 dragon scales. And it costs a lot of money. So Dragon Greatsword is +3. Black Knight Sword, I already got that. Well, it looks like I don't need to do anything quite yet with that. So what I will do instead is I'm trying to get a specific armor set upgraded. So what I would do, if you see this, the Black Knight set, you're not going to get this till endgame, but see how it's overall pretty rounded, 21, 57, 26, 30, but then when you go up here, that's 28, 25, 52, 50, 21. If you're trying to keep the balance in, sometimes the armor provides better stat ranges, so you can actually swap around through them, but trying to look for if I could fucking find it. There we go, my dude. These guys. Because it's not as heavy as the stone armor, but if I can get it above, I don't know if I will, but I don't know if I can even upgrade the stone armor. I'm just gonna go through it all really quick and see if stone armor is an upgradable. Because it's so beefy, I don't even think they want you to go higher than that. Yeah, I'm not seeing it. Because once we get up here, we're getting into the weaker shit that I have. Yeah, it's not an upgradable item, but it's still there. And it does good for defense overall, but if I can get the Black Knight armor up, I should be better off. But anyways, I'm gonna leave this here, and I will definitely be doing another stream at some point today. I'll be doing my usual Kingdom Hearts, but with that being said, as always, I'm TheFluffy, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye!